The energy surrounding the Golden State Warriors is sky-high at the moment, and there's no ignoring the impact these recent events have had on our fan base. Stephen Curry shined intensely, leading the team to a solid victory against the Minnesota Timberwolves, once again showing why he's considered one of the greatest players of all time, an athlete who can sink nearly impossible shots and turn close games into unforgettable triumphs. At the same time, rumors about the potential trade of Derek White from the Boston Celtics for a three-player package from the Warriors are fueling discussions and speculation around the league. We, as Warriors fans, are always attuned to every hint of change, every step the front office might take toward an even more promising future. This climate of uncertainty and optimism, blended with the thrill of the recent win, creates the perfect backdrop for us to reflect on the present and future of the franchise, reinforcing the conviction that the Warriors will never settle. The night Curry led the team against the Timberwolves was far from ordinary. It was a clear sign that the players' chemistry continues to grow. He dropped 30 points, dished out 8 assists, and left the opposing defense stunned, especially with that long-range shot that seemed to defy the very rules of the game. Buddy Hield complemented his effort with 27 points, setting the tone in the third quarter, precisely when our team turned the tide. It wasn't just about putting points on the board. There was intensity, drive, and confidence. This group understands that every win matters, especially in a Western Conference as fiercely competitive as ours, and that recognition is the first step towards staying among the very best. The Golden State Warriors have put together a strong run, holding a position that inspires real anticipation. With key victories and constant adjustments to the rotation, the team is working tirelessly to maintain its winning identity. Being fifth in the Western Conference is no accident. It's the result of hard work and a roster that, despite some ups and downs, shows consistency. Meanwhile, opponents who once seemed threatening begin to lose steam, and the NBA standings shift with each new round of games. The season is long, nuanced, and every victory brings us closer to the ultimate goal. There's a firm belief in our ability to overcome setbacks, learn from defeats, and strengthen that competitive spirit during every practice, every trip, and every locker room conversation. Around the league, nothing stands still. Teams like the Memphis Grizzlies and the Los Angeles Lakers are constantly chasing improvement, fighting for stability and results. Within this ever-changing context, the Warriors remain true to their identity, unafraid of rivals' growth. A closer look at each roster move, each unexpected absence, each tactical shift opens doors to reflect on what can be refined. This broader perspective isn't limited to what we already have, but also considers what we could achieve. And this is exactly where speculation about potential signings and trades comes in, about bringing in players who could elevate the team's level even higher, ensuring the versatility needed to handle any situation on the court. Speaking of the future, there's nothing better than having the fans fully engaged, strengthening that global community of passionate Warriors supporters. If you're following along and feeling the same energy we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a like right now. Warriors Nation TV is here to unite everyone who believes in every win, who analyzes every stat, and who cheers with every triumph. Your participation matters, and showing your support is a key step toward expanding the conversation that keeps the flame of our love for this team alive. So while we continue dissecting the present landscape, we also strengthen the bond between team, fans, and the kind of content that creates knowledge, excitement, and engagement. Now, delving into the possibility of adding a player like Derek White, it's hard not to feel that rush of excitement. Just imagining a player who fits perfectly with the Warriors' style is thrilling. The idea of having a versatile guard, someone who can contribute on both ends of the floor, cannot be overlooked. The rumor of sending Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, and Kevin Looney to the Boston Celtics in exchange for White isn't just idle chatter. It's a real shot at strengthening the rotation and boosting our tactical flexibility. The immediate impact might not secure a title next week, but it reaffirms that the front office is alert to chances for improvement. Take a moment and think about having an even sturdier perimeter, capable of balancing defense and offense, ready to tackle the toughest postseason battles. Each name that might be heading out has its own worth. Kuminga boasts remarkable athleticism, Podziemski brings energy and dedication, Looney is a trusted warrior. But we need to consider the big picture. The NBA is a dynamic ecosystem, and keeping the team competitive over the long haul involves tough, strategic decisions. Letting go of key pieces now can pave the way for an even stronger roster down the line. Adding White could inject the necessary spark to break through tight defenses, create space for Curry and Klay Thompson, and relieve pressure at critical junctures. It's not about dismissing what we've already built, but about embracing what we might achieve. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is the moment. There's so much more to come, and you won't want to miss any analysis, any breaking news, or any insight into the Warriors' moves. Glancing at the roster changes other teams have made in recent seasons, it's clear that bold moves can pay off. The Warriors have a history of not hesitating to do what they believe is best. Our current rotation is solid, but there's always room for refinement. White would add a balance of defense and offensive creation that, combined with what we already have, could lift our performance to an even higher level. This isn't about setting unrealistic expectations. It's about recognizing that the demands of the NBA require constant adaptation. Each well-executed negotiation helps solidify the foundation for an even brighter future. If you appreciate this kind of conversation, show your support by leaving a like and subscribing, because we're just getting started. Considering the proposal, remember that the Celtics wouldn't part with a valuable player without gaining something significant. The package involving Kuminga, Podziemski, and Looney is no trivial matter. They're pieces that could deepen and strengthen Boston's roster. On the Warriors' side, though, the reward would be a proven player, a guard who combines defensive discipline with sharp court vision. This isn't a trade that appears out of nowhere. It follows a logical strategy of recalibration aimed at the future. Injuries happen, strategies evolve, and having players who can respond to various scenarios can spell the difference between an average team and a perennial contender. The thought of an even mightier Warriors squad stirs intense emotions. Imagine a roster that pairs Curry's genius with a guard ready to handle the toughest challenges. White offers tactical options that could catch opponents off guard, bring fresh variations to our plays, and sustain a high tempo in decisive moments. That kind of depth could be the key to reclaiming the top spot, reminding the world why the Golden State Warriors command respect. By simply subscribing and leaving a like, you support the creation of a community of fans committed to sharing every detail of this journey, making the experience of cheering for the team even more intense and meaningful. As we reach the conclusion of this analysis, one thing is certain: the Warriors are not content to stay put. The victory over the Timberwolves lights the path forward, and the speculation about adding White only strengthens the notion that the horizon is wide open to exhilarating possibilities. The coming season, the next rounds, and the weeks ahead may hold surprises that reshape the franchise's trajectory. And here at Warriors Nation TV, we'll keep you informed, engaged, and excited. Don't stop now. Stay tuned for the next videos, because at any moment we might have more news, more details, more moves that will solidify the Golden State Warriors as an unstoppable force. The future is bright, and we'll be right here to experience every second of this journey together.